Hello and welcome to my Skyrim Let's Play series. This is Stormcrow and let's get started. Alright, so we are going to talk to the vampire chick, Serena I believe her name is. Yeah, Serana, and
Probably weren't expecting
get
to see
this
me
started.
again. I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. It's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me. The reason I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it. It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll. I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was I wrong? Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
Why? Because of that story about the prophecy? About some vampire trying to put the sun out?
Do you actually believe any of that?
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it. Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth Priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place. Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit. I mean, as much as anyone. Not a lot. You'd figure a couple hundred years locked away with one would have given me some insight, but no. Turns out you don't learn much from just sleeping with something. I guess so. That's a long story. I guess we kind of have to go way back, to the very beginning. Do you know where vampirism came from? Exactly. The first vampire came from Molag Bal. She was not a willing subject, but she was still the first. Molag Bal is a powerful Daedric lord, and his will is made reality. For those willing to subjugate themselves, he will still bestow the gift, but they must be powerful in their own right before earning his trust. The ceremony was degrading. Let's not revisit that. But we all took part in it. Not really wholesome family activity, but I guess it's something you do when you give yourselves to a Daedric lord. Well, you've met most of us. My father's not exactly the most stable, and eventually he drove my mother crazy with him. And it all ended with me being locked underground for who knows how long. It's definitely been a bad thing, on the whole. A cure? Why even think of it that way? I can't think of any reason I'd want to lose this gift, especially after what I did to get it. It may have driven my family apart, but I'm still here, and I'm alive. I won't give this up.
Okay. Sorry about the dings there, and just getting some emails. No, that's not really a professional way. I should set up to where I can't hear the emails, but it is what it is.
If you're putting yourself in harm's way, you'd best be prepared. Take these. Eastrun had a surprising stockpile of weapons and armor. Take a look.
You can pick up arrows.
I've located the whereabouts of a vampire masquerading
This is,
as a common citizen.
Radiant
Track him
Quest.
down and dispose of him. Tread lightly. The law is unaware of the danger and will treat you as a criminal if you are caught. Vampires enjoy stalking their prey. Passing among us undetected emboldens them, makes them feel powerful, untouchable. But we'll put a swift end to that. Alas, the vampire can cloud the
Up your
minds of
Radiant
those he
Quest.
preys upon. It won't be easy to convince anyone he's other than he appears. The law will require proof that we can't present, and Jarls disapprove of bloodshed they haven't called for themselves. Best not to damage our reputation. Let your actions be as discreet as possible. You must be clever. Find a way not to be caught or accused of murder. You'll figure something out. We must be vigilant and self-sufficient if we are to defeat these monsters. Alas, the vampire can cloud the minds of those he preys upon. It won't be easy to convince anyone he's other than he appears. The law will require proof that we can't present, and Jarls disapprove of bloodshed they haven't called for themselves. The light be with you.
He is not the one I want. They have not put the enchanting table stuff in yet. No.
What are you looking at?
Where the fuck is she? So you know there's an interesting cave, like almost puzzle through there. I'm obviously not going to go there. Usually another cot here.
Yes?
What can I do for you?
Need something?
Well, this isn't exactly a palace, is it? Still, it's sturdy, secure, and seems defensible. I suppose I'd rather be here than most other places in Skyrim. If Isran needs me, it must be pretty bad. I wonder what we're up against here. I've only heard stories. Not sure if any of them are true. Like that they were supposed to guard some vampire here, but wound up all becoming vampires themselves when they saw how powerful he was. And then preyed on the rift until finally someone put them down. I guess it doesn't matter now. At least Isran is trying to do something noble with the name. It's sort of a random assortment of things. See anything useful?
Oh, it's a soul gem. Under that. Steel bolts 143. Hell yes. Shit, anything to sell. Yeah, I'm never gonna do anything with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, she might give me a quest.
I like what Isran has done with the place. It's good to see someone else who's... I want to add some punch to our crossbow capabilities. I've done all I can on my own. I need a little inspiration. I've always been fascinated with Dwemer artifacts. I take them apart, poke around in their guts, and try to figure things out. With mixed results. But as luck would have it, I've tracked down the location of some actual Dwemer diagram drawings. So, if you'd be a dear and collect those plans for me? Mm-hmm.
Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep if you can. Sleep. Serene needs help with her project to improve our crossbows. And if that doesn't interest you, speak with Gunmar. He has something for you. Watch your back.
Alright, we're about halfway through. Let's see what we want to do. I can do some enchanting.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
We got some major quest lines to do. This one looks pretty good. I do like that idea of ancient technology.
Need a ride? It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? Old man with a gray robe. Might be that I have, but I can't say for sure. I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by out here. Can't help you, friend. I might remember better if my pockets weren't so light. Nothing. Never should have.
I don't want to hit a guard.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
Guess we'll actually go into Riften. There'll be a quest line that starts there. There's so many damn quests.
The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I need to get some more gold. And... okay. Alright, so if I need more gold, that means I need to do some enchanting. That's here.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
Oh yeah, I got new armor. Right, so I... okay. That elven armor is tight. Or light armor. These Dawnguard stuff is pretty good too. Stick with clothes.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing... So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Nice.
Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Another wanderer.
So for most of this episode, we just did the Dawnguard stuff, so I'll probably just label this one Dawnguard. I don't know what quests I want to do next. I'm just going to sell that extra heavy armor. And then talk to the innkeeper here about the moth priest and see what we can find out.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A note from someone named Calcelmo in Markarth. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find everything's for sale, man. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
All right.
Do come back.
Ian is right here.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm bed. If it's work you need, how about shopping up some... Have I heard anything? It was the talk of the city for 3 days straight. Ain't too often we get a visitor like that. Oh, he just left a short while ago. He said he'd finished up his work and it was time to move on. That's all I can tell you. He asked me not to let anyone know where he was going. I suppose he didn't want the attention. It's like I said, I'm not going to talk about it. I can see that. He said he was heading for Dragon Bridge next. I hope that helps you.
This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about
I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District. It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you
Already
look
have that
completely
quest.
different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Need anything else? Just let me know.
But this land is ours, and we'll...
Dragon Bridge. We'll keep following this quest line. This way. Guess we passed it on our way to the yeah, when we were heading up that way. Alright, so we need to find the Moth Priest. I'm pretty sure he's pretty close to Dragon Bridge. We might have to do some fighting. Surprised we haven't had another dragon attack. Always get those at the most inopportune times, so that was my wait. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a run. We only have a few minutes left in this episode, so we may not finish this episode. But we'll get close at least. So, fighting dragons, it's interesting. The higher level you get, the harder they get to kill. So fighting them. Okay, slightly unexpected. Whatever. Okay, so we mainly did the Dawnguard quests. I'm going to say that this episode is all about the Dawnguard. Just put Dawnguard quests and mostly conversations, and then a little bit of enchanting and selling and you know, trying to figure out what this Moth Priest is. We accomplished a little bit this episode. So I want to thank you for watching this episode of my Skyrim Let's Play series. This is Stormcrow signing off.